Let's get it. I think this could be called the first official podcast, but we're here
Ballskiii the pod.
with the Ballskiii pod, Frank, Matt, and Ryan. We're gonna have to follow the IG, TikTok. We're gonna actually get those shits going this week for sure. Dylan Kelly, got to clip it up. The Ballskiii pod. That's Ballskiii with 3 eyes. Ballskiii the pod on TikTok and IG. We're gonna get it
Like, follow,
going.
subscribe.
As the Yankees are scoring runs, let's fucking go. We got to win this
Big
division.
G in October form.
Huge tie game. Should have bet it.
Wow, what a comeback.
But speaking of huge, the New York Giants have a new quarterback, young stud. His name's Jaxson Dart. How are we feeling about it?
I'm loving it.
I could be more hype about it. I feel like I'd be more excited if I had faith in the structure of the organization around him. But how you feeling about it, Frank?
No, I mean, we need a breath of fresh air. Russell Wilson, he was a good start to the season, not really, but veteran quarterback, see what he could do.
Had a great week too.
Yeah,
Versus
had
a
a
bad
great
defense.
week too. That week
Cowboys
two
defense is terrible.
Yeah, week 2 Russell Wilson game was legendary. It was special.
It was a Russ legacy game.
It was
That
Russ,
maybe
yeah.
the last Russ legacy game we've ever going to see.
Yeah. So I mean, not a great team. There the Cowboys was, but yeah, it's time for a breath of fresh air. Jaxson Dart, we'll see what he's got. There's talks that he's going to be a young study. They're saying he's fucking fearless. He's gritty as hell. So let's see.
He's got a lot of aura. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Oh my God.
A lot of
those
aura.
edits.
Wearing the Cuban link on the sideline.
Yeah.
This man Jackson's got aura. He might have the biggest aura backup quarterback in the league for sure.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's hype. It's exciting, but we're gonna see on Sunday. Hopefully the hype lives up and it's not short lived for 3 days and we get smoked.
What I think the question a lot of people are asking with Jaxson Dart putting in is it the right decision or is it the Brian Dable save my job decision?
Man,
At this point, it's almost like it's got to be both because Dable needs to save his job. To save his job, he needs to get wins. So, but at the end of the day, what does the fan base want? What does the team probably want? The locker room probably wants wins. I mean, I feel like is it the right move for the team? Might depend on if the locker room backs Jaxson Dart or not, or if they believed in Russell Wilson and they're disappointed in it. Dexter Lawrence didn't sound too excited. Neighbor sounds like he just cares about himself.
Yeah, that's the thing with Leak.
I don't know what this locker room. I don't know how Dable got this locker room. It could be in shambles.
Leak was even saying last year it wasn't Daniel Jones.
He said it last year. He said it wasn't Daniel Jones.
Yeah, what's the clip? He says not the quarterback. He said, no, he don't. Everybody know better than him. He said.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, I don't think you'd be excited for the 4th game of the season, 0-3 versus like maybe one of the best teams in the league. If it wasn't the rookie quarterback, like if it wasn't Jaxson Dart starting, I don't know if I'd be looking forward to the game.
I'm excited. But I'm also nervous. Because what if we get blown out? Dart doesn't look good. Has the media going to overreact? Overreaction Monday is going to be that Dart's a bust. And we're setting him up to fail almost going against the Chargers.
Yeah, I am a little surprised about the matchup. I'll say that. I think I was expecting it to be against the Saints, if anything, but putting him against one of the better defenses in the NFL, the Chargers are clicking on all cylinders. Is this the right spot for Dart? I don't know.
I mean, if Jaxson Dart comes out and beats the Chargers, he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll be all the way back in.
Yeah, he's the new Justin Herbert. If he beats Justin Herbert, he's the new Justin Herbert.
If Jaxson Dart wins, I'm thinking soupy.
Oh my God, yeah. 1-3. 1-3 is a whole lot better than 0-4. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
because if we're 1-3, we're going into New Orleans next week. That's a
win.
That's a win. So all of a sudden we're 2-3.
Right.
And we're back.
And there's one thing I think I will say that with the whole locker room thing, if I know Russell Wilson,
Mr. Unlimited.
People hate that guy.
He Mr. Unlimited, he had a great prime and whatnot, but Russell Wilson was never known to really be exactly a locker room guy. All right, we've heard stories from Marshawn Lynch, from
Richard
other players.
Sherman definitely hated him.
I remember I heard in Denver they
there's
hated
that backup
him.
tight end touchdown you were talking about, Matthew.
Yeah,
there it is.
Classic. Nothing gets me more pissed than seeing a random white guy score a touchdown.
Yeah, random.
Never
random
catches your
backup
bets.
tight end, man.
Never.
There he is.
They're
Nobody's
just
fantasy
vultures.
team. But yeah, go ahead. Back on the locker room.
Yeah,
talk,
back
sorry.
on the locker room thing. Russell Wilson, not exactly a locker room guy. He was a great quarterback at some point, so you were going to live with it, right? He was going to, bringing you to Super Bowls. But Russell Wilson, if he's not winning games, I don't think anybody's exactly there talking about, no, we need Russ. Let Russ cook. And I think they're ready for Dart, and that's what I will say.
Yeah, I think Russ is probably overcooked by now. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I mean, he just throws moonballs. He can't
well
complete
done.
anything over the middle.
Mhm.
Our offense looks anemic. I mean, it's
Yeah, we needed a switch. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the switch. It's gonna be exciting for the offense. I think, how much worse could we get than scoring what did we score, 9 points last week? Scadaboo scored a touchdown, or maybe 10? What I think it was 9 because
Scadaboo's about to
we
have
had the classic no kicker situation.
Scotty was looking good.
Yeah, Scadaboo, car crash
Car
Scadaboo.
crash, yeah. Yeah, no, he's not gonna make it till week 10, but hopefully Tyrone Trace
needs
is
a
back by
guardian
then.
cap ASAP.
Yeah, the
Put one
Guardian
of those
cap for
on.
short.
Put one of those on scam. We're begging you.
Car crash Scadaboo. Car
Car
crash
crash.
Scadaboo is yeah, let's hope he's still available by week 10.
One can only hope. Hopefully we're not 0-10 by then either.
No, yeah, if we can consult the Giants schedule if you want. Like I feel like as Jaxson Dart's in, maybe it gives you like a little different perspective on wins and losses. I mean, probably not, but so let's just say, all right, and a miracle. And then Blue Jays. What? We're just a little break in the pod. We're watching Thursday night football. We're watching Seahawks, Cardinals, and at the same time, the Yankees division's going on. So there's a lot of sports happening right now. The
Yeah.
sports
Big
equinox is
time for
upon us.
sports.
Yeah, oh my
it's
God.
almost time for the sports equinox.
Yeah, and wait till basketball starting soon and whatnot. Oh my
The
God.
Ballskiii pod's gonna have not going to be a limited amount of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Plenty of sports to get to.
Plenty of sports to get to, absolutely.
Do you want to get into the baseball of it all, or do we want to stay football? What are we thinking?
I'll go general league and football.
General
right now.
league. I mean, I have a topic I wanted to bring up. 3-0 teams we're not buying, and 0-3 teams we think still have a shot. Right. So I'll start it off with. I mean, again, kind of Giants related, but a 3-0 team I'm not buying. I'm sorry, I'm just not buying the Colts, man.
Oh my,
The-
no,
the-
and that's
You
what I
know, man,
wanted to
I
say.
don't know. They're looking like juggernauts.
That's who my team
They're
was.
looking like
You
juggernauts.
know,
That's
but
funny. We have the same squad. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say them, but
I don't believe in the Colts train just yet.
no. I mean, come on, they're an easy one not to believe in, and there's team I don't really believe in. If they're not exactly 3-0, they're 2-1, but I think Packers are a bunch of frauds. I'm gonna be
Packers are
honest.
frauds.
Yeah,
Wow,
I think
that's a hot
so.
take.
Listen, they lost to the Browns just now. I get it's a fluke week. I get it.
Survivor pools are in
Right,
shambles.
survivor pools are gonna happen.
Survivor
Shit
pools are in
happens. People
shambles.
lose big games, but I don't know, man. Like, let's see what Jordan Love. Jordan Love, he looks good. He looks like he's a decent quarterback. I'm not saying he's terrible.
I don't believe in the Packers
But
either.
who they got? They got no weapons. Josh Jacobs is looking like he's not really, like he's not good. Like let's be honest, he's getting washed. Josh Jacobs probably. So we'll see. Micah Parsons, yeah, I get it. They got Micah Parsons, exciting. Cowboys had Micah Parsons too. He got a bunch of
Didn't win
sacks, looked
nothing.
cool. Didn't look too well. So
Who are the? So I'm looking at the Colts wins because they are again my fraud 3-0 team. Beat the Titans. Okay, Cam Ward fraud. Broncos they low key should have lost that game. They had like the penalty at the end.
I mean, they didn't
Penalty
even
at the
punt. They
end.
didn't even punt that game though.
Well, that's true. And they beat the Dolphins week 1.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Two cheese wins and they played really well against the Broncos. I'll give you that. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So I'm not believing in them.
I mean, if you would, I mean, my 3-0 team though is, to me it's the Bucks. I mean, they're good, they're feisty, but I think if you were to put the Bucks up against the Colts, I'd probably slam the Colts. Just
Really,
depends who's
really,
home.
wow.
Colts at home, I'm taking the Colts, especially Bucks right now with no Evans and Godwin. But I guess we'll see when they're at full
We may
form.
differ on that in the picks later in the pod, but we'll see. We'll see about that later. But I may have a different perspective on the Bucks, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I'm interested more in this Packers pick though, Frank. Can you give me more on why who have the Packers played so far?
Well, I mean, they just
Well,
lost to the Browns.
They just lost to the Browns.
The Packers are just, it's like one of those teams where their highs look like they're the best team in the league, and then they could just have such lows too.
And they played who they played week 1? Was it the Lions?
Yeah, they beat the Lions week 1.
Okay, yeah, they beat the Lions. Okay, listen. All right, like the Lions look like they're a great team. I think, they with Ben Johnson being gone, new offensive coordinator coming in, they had a little bit of rough
They
start.
just
to
beat the
week 1.
Ravens though.
It was week 1, it was week 1, WEAK 1, week 1.
Week
All
1.
right.
Week 1.
All right, so fluke game against the Lions. They were just getting together. They're looking like they're back to Lions. They'll be okay. All right, week 3 they lost against the Browns, and who they play in week 2? Let's recall.
Commanders.
Commanders.
Commanders was Thursday night football game.
Yeah.
Commanders in the Thursday night
you
football game.
You might be swinging me a little bit.
All right, and like let's see what the Commanders don't
Was
look great
Daniels
right now.
healthy
Like,
that
let's
whole
be
game?
honest,
I don't
like,
think so.
it's
Well, he was out
terrible,
the next
but-
week, so I think
I don't
he
think
must have
so.
got hurt at some point during the game because he was out for week 3.
Mhm. Yeah.
Jaden
I mean,
Daniels.
I low-key got a
Exactly.
3-0 team that I think is the most overrated team in the NFL.
Let's hear it.
I mean, that's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh yeah,
That team is full of frauds,
Yeah.
voodoo magic.
Yeah,
It's-
smoke and
it's
mirrors.
Smoke and
Voodoo
mirrors.
magic. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Jalen
have.
Hurts.
All smoke and mirrors. They're the only team that can win a game, and my confidence in them goes down more.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
so
all they do is
the
pull out
first
these
half
cheese
Eagles
wins.
scored what? They had like 3 points or something in the first half, and then all of a sudden, bam! Here comes the Eagles again. They're throwing up Hail Marys to AJ Brown. Okay, that worked great. A million tush pushes, and all of a sudden the Eagles are back.
Yeah.
Rams bettors should file a fucking class action lawsuit. Rams
Yeah.
spreads bettors. That spread was a lot.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
3.5 on the block field goal is insane.
It's insane. Blocked field goals. Speaking of blocked field goals, how many blocked field goals were there in the witching hour this past week?
Yeah, that's a good transition. I mean,
Now,
I like
did
that.
somebody figure something out? Memo went out around the league.
Yeah,
That was-
I
Dude,
mean, it
Do
was
this, the block field goals.
it was the Bucks game. The Bucks game had a block field goal.
The Eagles game,
Eagles game,
the Browns game.
That's the NFL, man. That's the greatest show on turf for
Might have
sure.
been one more too. Yeah,
I think there was one more too.
It can never get enough football, man. It trumps everything, no matter what.
Yeah, the first halves were slow, and the second half, the witching hour was crazy.
Yeah, we literally were sitting there watching the 1 o'clock games, and we're like, these games are terrible.
yeah.
These games are absolutely awful. They're unwatchable.
First half, another dud fucking week.
Like,
It's
oh
gonna
my
be
god, nothing's
terrible.
happening.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, bam,
Still,
insane fucking.
Still hit 0 bet.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
None of my bets hit. but-
people were standing on the couch.
I did a stupid thing, but it's a team that I guess I'm still riding with, and probably because half of it is because I have CJ Stroud as my quarterback.
Texans.
I have
I
that.
believe in that.
That's my 0-3 team.
I feel
that
like
I'm
that's got to
still
be the
believing in.
obvious 0-3 team.
that I'm still
know?
believing in, despite all the evidence against
Just
it.
feel like CJ Stroud, like he has it, like he's a smart, like football guy. Like he showed talent his first year. I don't
And
know.
regression is just hard to see.
I don't
like. It's hard to
understand it.
explain.
I mean, if he has a repeat, if they finish with like 3-4 wins this year, is it time to pronounce CJ Stroud a bust?
It could be. I saw a video on Twitter the other day of like CJ Stroud his first year, and he was like giving advice to motherfuckers. after the games.
He was actually. I
It's
see
like-
that.
it's like, motherfuckers were
And he
like,
was giving out
this
advice-
guy thought he knew it all in like
Oh,
week
yeah, knew
7
it
of his
all.
first year. To keep your head up, man.
Oh,
You
keep your
got
head
it.
up.
It's
You got
like,
this,
bro,
bro. You got
bro,
this. Yeah.
relax.
It might have been Caleb Williams he was talking to or somebody.
That's crazy.
But he was giving out advice
Maybe it was his
about
second
Jordan
year.
or some
Maybe
shit.
it was his second year.
Yeah.
Like
He thought he was the GOAT.
Yeah.
he was giving advice to people like, "Yo, CJ, man, relax, a little
Relax,
bit.
bro. You know, you got a lot of time left.
Like, man, keep your head up. You got a lot of season ahead of you."
Yeah, he really
Like,
thought
all
he
right,
was.
man.
He thought
You've
he
been
was
like
the man.
ass ever since he said that. Like, dude, come on.
That's
bro.
funny.
Maybe our guy D'Amico's just can't run an offense.
It could be. I mean, who knows?
Defensive
The
guy.
first year he was the coach too with them, and they looked
Yeah,
good.
and they look
Well,
nice.
that's the classic first year coach bump.
Yeah.
I mean,
first year coach
I think
bump
like
to
low
the
on
table.
like the lowest keys too. I think the Texans also won their division last year too. No,
Yeah, oh, they did. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
so,
it's
like-
the worst division in football.
yeah,
Hence why Danny Jones is
I think
dominating
they
it
still
right
have
now.
a chance to
Yeah.
win the division if the Colts end up shitting the bed.
Yeah, I was struggling to find a team for the 0-3 teams you don't believe in
Because
because
they're all
obviously
terrible. I mean,
we don't believe in the Jets or the Giants.
the Dolphins,
No,
the Jets,
like,
the
there's
Saints,
no
the
Dolphins are
Giants,
horrible.
They're all terrible.
Dolphins
Saints
don't
are
look good.
horrible.
Tyreek Hill might not even be on the team.
Yeah, there's no other team I really believe that I would believe in as an 0-3 team.
Yeah, no,
Besides the Texans, who could probably still win their division,
yeah,
even though the Colts are 3-0.
yeah.
But like I said,
Yeah.
not the biggest believer in the Colts at all.
No, not at all. I know There's one thing I know. Daniel Jones is, you know, he's not exactly a great quarterback. So could be a smoke and mirrors, but we'll see.
I don't know, man. I bet if you put Daniel Jones on the Eagles, they're a better team.
Well, yeah, but the Eagles got the smoke and mirrors offense. Now, Jalen Hurts is going to eat no matter what. Great offensive line. I think a lot of quarterbacks could probably flourish in the Eagles offense. I'm a Jalen Hurts hater. Listen, all
Yeah,
the evidence
yeah.
get presented
All
against
the
me. I'll
evidence
still hate
presented
on him. I
against
don't
you.
give a shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
don't
does
give
he
a shit.
really do?
That could
you
win
know?
another Super Bowl, throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't
He's
care if he
terrible.
outplays Patrick Mahomes again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't give a
care.
shit.
I
Who
don't
cares?
care. I
Who cares?
don't
I'm not
care.
believing in Jalen Hurts.
No.
He's not a top 10
Let me
quarterback.
see what happens when he can't push for first downs and touchdowns.
Yeah, wait
all
till next
season.
year.
Wait till that happens. He's like his legs just go get a little bit weaker.
Just wait. Just wait. Do we want to get into fantasy football at all? Do people care about our fantasy teams, or do they not care about them?
We
I
can
mean-
just talk about general fantasy,
You know,
not
Mhm.
just players.
See, I got
Boom or
the
bust right
top
now.
4 in every position again if we wanna hear them. There's
Feeling
there's some
better than
weird
expected.
motherfuckers in the top 4 this week just because there's been people that are having, like, weird weeks or, like, an explosion week. Alright, so I'll give you the wide
Yeah.
receivers, right?
0-3, I know, trust me.
Pu yeah, Puka and Amon-Ra, okay, fine. But then the 3rd highest point total for wide receiver right now is Trey Tucker
Oh,
from
that's 'cause of that
from the
Chiefs
Raiders.
week.
From the
Dog,
Raiders.
that
He had scored, like,
Yeah, I
3
don't believe that.
touchdowns last week or something against the Commanders, or 2 weeks ago against the Commanders, so now all of a sudden he's the 3rd ranked receiver.
from
And
one
then
game.
Frank's boy, who he traded in a couch coach, Rome Odunze is number 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't wanna
That's kinda crazy.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
They played the Cowboys defense
And I didn't wanna pick him up in the other league because I was like,
Odunze's been
I'm not
eating.
doing it. It was
I
kinda
still don't know if I could feel confident starting it. That's the problem.
Rome Odunze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
technically the wide receiver too,
You
no?
gotta start like a Dunze
Wide
over
receiver
like
4 overall.
I'm saying the Bears though. He's like
Oh, yeah.
DJ Moore is wide receiver 1, oh.
What's up? Say it again?
DK Metcalf or Dunze.
I mean, right now you're starting to Dunze, I guess. I guess it would just depend who each team is playing. I think Pittsburgh's playing in Ireland this week against the Vikings. who
Are
got
they? Playing in Dublin?
Are they?
Dublin, that's the 9:30
Dublin
game.
game.
The 9:30 games are back. How do we feel about the 9:30 games? Do we
It's
like
too
the
early.
9:30 slot?
I mean, bro, but people on the West Coast, that's 6:30 for them. That's insane.
Yeah, back in the Seattle days, those games were at 6:30. I was waking up at like
heck no,
halftime,
no, if
trying
I'm
to wake
on-
up at like 8 a.m.
That's
chance.
ridiculous.
West Coast, there's no chance I'm watching that game.
Yeah, no, not at all. I may like something in that game for later in the podcast as well. Maybe a little something on that game.
No.
Close spread. Vikings minus 2.5.
I was also
Vikings
looking at
minus
that.
2.5.
Vikings minus 2.5 after they shellacked the fucking know what they say about Aaron Rodgers in Ireland. Nah.
Guess we'll find
Yeah,
out.
I guess that's what fine. Aaron Rodgers in another country. Whenever he goes to another country, he's always off some other shit.
Yeah, he probably usually doesn't remember his time there.
Usually not. Usually fucking not.
Ayahuasca, other drugs.
Have y'all seen this Myles Garrett video? And the fucking offensive lineman, fucking Dylan, put the video in right here. The offensive lineman screams at Jordan Love, run, because Myles Garrett beats him off the line in like a second.
I didn't see
He
that.
beats him off the line in literally like 1 second. He goes, Jordan, run! Miles is coming after you.
Yeah. It's a scary sight when Myles Garrett's chasing down after you, man.
That's just
I
so.
couldn't even imagine just getting past. Remember when he wasn't going to be on the Browns? He was trying to request a trade. Then
Well,
it
that's
was
a
like,
classic trade request, but they don't actually mean it, and just to get a contract.
yeah, played it well. Say so. Yeah, it's too bad the Browns still going to be trash.
Yeah, the Browns are that quarterback situation is
But that's Shador Sanders, right?
I mean, it could be perfect timing for him.
At this point,
It could be perfect timing to put in Shador.
no pun intended.
I think Dylan Gabriel's probably before him, though. No, I mean, I don't know if I really believe in him. Yeah, the Saints they're in shambles, man. If the Giants can't beat the Saints, then we are in deep trouble.
Yeah.
They don't. I don't think Spencer Rattler has actually won a game since he started
No,
in
he's
the NFL.
actually, I think, like 0-9 or 0-10.
So speaking of dead NFL teams, so I think we're gonna do a couple different segments on this podcast, but I think one I want to introduce every week is what we're gonna call the obituary team of the week. Right? So all 3 of us are gonna come up with a team every week we don't think has a shot to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
But the catch on that team is that team has to be over 500.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal for the year is to still have the Super Bowl champion by the time we get to the playoffs or wherever we are in the season. We still want to have our Super Bowl champion alive, even though we've killed multiple teams that are over 500.
Right.
So the goal really is to kill the worst team over 500.
Okay.
So if you
Easy.
look at it sounds easy enough
Easy
for sure.
enough.
For sure. So I think my team that I'm going to kill that's over 500 this week is sadly, I think I'm going to kill the Minnesota Vikings. They're 2-1. They got a rookie quarterback coming back. Great. They demolished the fucking Bengals. Great. I don't believe in Minnesota. I don't think they have a chance to win the Super Bowl. They're over 500. My vote right now would be Minnesota. I don't know if y'all have a different take on that.
To be honest, I was gonna go Bengals. That's what also was my pick because I
Okay.
don't think that Jake Browning is gonna be able to do it. Take him till December when Joe Burrow would eventually come back, and he's only gonna come back if they have a chance.
Well, let's go to a vote then because we gotta eliminate one team a week. One team a week. That's my vote, Vikings. All right, Vikings. Hit some Undertaker music, Dylan. They're fucking dead.
Yeah, absolutely. I will go with Minnesota because even though, yeah, I mean that quarterback situation, Carson Wentz. I mean,
Carson Wentz.
JJ McCarthy. I mean, he might be, end up being decent, but it's gonna take some time. So let's go Minnesota, 100%.
All right, the Vikings are officially fucking dead to us. They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone. Maybe if we want to change sports here to a team that's gone, the New York Mets are in trouble, man.
Yeah,
They may be dead after having like the best record throughout June through June. They've officially collapsed and are looking to not make the playoffs. I think they spent like $1 billion in the offseason.
Yeah, that was what I was also gonna say. There's one thing the Mets cannot do is win in September. They typically cannot do that. They went on a fluke run last year with that whole
The
little
smoke and
run they
mirrors,
got.
smoke and mirrors,
Smoke and
no
mirrors.
pitchers run.
Yeah, no pitchers.
Kids should be in Syracuse pitching for the Syracuse Mets, man. They're not ready for Queens. It's not happening.
Yeah, man, McLean, he's all right, but
He's pitching well.
been
The
okay,
Mets are
but
up tonight. The Mets
not
are winning
Bill
tonight.
Fred. McLean's not exactly going to be giving you 7 innings, 8 innings like freaking Garrett Cole, Max Fried are.
The only saving grace for the Mets is the teams that are behind them literally gave up on the season. Yeah, these teams are trading pieces off. The Giants, the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks traded Suarez.
Yeah, I don't have no idea how they're still contending. That's insane.
The Reds. I think the Reds even gave up a couple pieces.
Yeah.
Like they were literally trying to not make the playoffs, but somehow the Mets have let all these teams back in and need to win out to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they gave $1 trillion to Juan Soto. And they're in the same situation as the Cincinnati Reds. So we'll see how it goes. Juan Soto definitely wants to be there.
We're in this stretch that they played so bad, the Mets. I can't blame Juan Soto because he's been the only guy that's been half decent, and the rest of the team around him has just been absolutely atrocious. I'm Juan Soto's biggest hater. I'm on a Juan Soto hate watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I fucking hate Juan Soto. He abandoned us. He left us for dead. But guess what? We're alive. We're able to sign Fried. We got Bellinger, Goldschmidt. We wouldn't have these guys if we still had Soto.
Hot take: we'd be worse if we signed Juan Soto this year. We would have a worse team, worse overall record. We'd probably be terrible because we wouldn't have Max Fried. Garrett Cole would have been injured. We wouldn't have probably gotten Bellinger.
Absolutely.
Who knows how much run Grisham would have been getting?
Yeah, no, none probably.
This could have been a disaster.
Because we would have Soto and Wright, Judge and center again, and then whoever would play left, maybe Dominguez or Grisham.
Who knows what would have happened there? With Grisham kind of at the beginning of the year just had to play out of necessity and turned into a star.
Yeah, Grisham's had a great year. Grisham might want a contract extension. I think he might be a free agent coming up. I don't know if that's something we're going to want to do.
But
are you going to sign him?
I think that's a question for the offseason. We have a World Series to win at this point.
I agree. With Yankees fans, we don't really.
Speaking of we can't say we like everybody knows who we are. We're Yankees fans.
Sports, though, I mean, I guess not so much in baseball, probably because they have no salary cap. But there is kind of like this moment in sports right now where I feel like there's a lot of parity among like every single league. The NFL, like, this is the 1 year in a while where I'm like, okay, it's not going to be the Chiefs or Eagles this year. I really think the Bills could win, the Lions could win, the Ravens have the best chance that they've had in the last few years. Baseball, I mean, I guess it's probably going to be Dodgers or Yankees, but they're looking beatable. Both of those teams are looking beatable.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I don't know.
Basketball could be the Knicks year. Could be. There's a lot of good teams in basketball, but not one team that's standing out above all.
Of course, we are New York Knicks fans for basketball, but we'll get into the NBA preview a little bit later in the season.
For sure.
College football, who's going to win that? It's anybody's guess.
A lot of parity. Even I guess it just shows even like back to the baseball conversation. Even with all the money you're spending, it doesn't guarantee you anything.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, hey, as Yankees fans, we know that.
We spent the most money since forever.
I'm not gonna sit here and
no
say,
chips and so on.
Yeah, like I get it.
Anything could happen.
Consistently spent $300 million a year probably for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have much championships to show for it, but I mean, we do consistently at least make the playoffs. We are always competitive.
I mean, it definitely makes a difference. The Yankees probably won't ever have the Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, even some teams like Padres now that are pumping in a ton of money. Probably won't ever have a stretch like the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Cincinnati Reds,
unless the salary cap comes in.
Yeah, unless
maybe
the salary cap comes in. But I mean, who knows if some of these owners in baseball are so cheap. I don't even know if they would probably just spend the floor, whatever the
Yeah,
floor
but
would be.
if say the floor was like $100 million, because they are talking about adding a salary cap for 2027 potentially. I feel like I was listening to, I think the morning show or somebody where they were saying the mid-tier players might fuck with having the floor
Yeah.
because like they're like, okay, now you can't pay me nothing to play for you. Now you got to pay me like a decent salary. Whereas the higher tier players are like, fuck that. I don't want to have my earning power limited.
Right. Yeah, and I think
And I mean, even the thing is like, even though there's no salary cap right now, it's almost like there's a salary cap with the luxury tax.
The Cohen tax.
You're only going to spend so much of like probably around 300 million max, even if you're the Dodgers, Yankees, Mets. And when you have no salary cap, you have a guy like Juan Soto commanding 70 million of that. That's one player. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if salary cap brings down people's contracts, it could just end up like
But
evening out.
doesn't that also say a lot about the piss poor job the Mets GM did then? So
Yeah,
like how
unlimited
do you
money.
how do you have unlimited money and your ace right now is a kid?
as a kid that you just
because
brought up
the pitchers
halfway
they
through
got
the season.
are terrible. I mean, Sanga's in the minor leagues. He guy's not even in the
Yeah.
majors anymore. He came in the
embarrassing.
year as their ace.
It's embarrassing.
Their ace is in the minors. Can you imagine the Yankees had to send down Garrett Cole or Max Fried or even Rodon
Yeah,
to the
no.
minors?
Yeah, we aren't even thinking about we're bringing up
insane.
Schlittler and he's eating.
It's
I
actually
thought it was like
embarrassing.
the baseball version of Centel when I saw that they sent Sanga down to the minors. I couldn't
that's just
believe it. I
couldn't
was like,
believe it.
what?
Terrible general managing. You have all this money, you have unlimited money. And they probably wouldn't even have signed Soto. They were saying Stearns wouldn't. The Mets GM David Stearns wouldn't even have signed Soto if it wasn't for Uncle Stevie coming in and being like, "We need this player. We want this player." And imagine how bad the Mets would be if they didn't have
And
Soto.
Stearns too.
Yeah.
Apparently, and I
right.
know for sure because it took a while for the deal to get done. Stearns did not want Pete Alonso.
Absolutely not.
And Pete Alonso
No,
and
yeah, that
Soto
was
have been their
known.
best two hitters all year.
Yeah.
And if all this hate in the offseason Pete Alonso got from Stearns, they didn't want to pay him. I know a lot of Mets fans wanted him back, and then Uncle Stevie stepped in and ended up forking up the money.
Mm-hmm.
Stearns didn't want him. Probably would have got some Moneyball player, and then the guy would have been
Yeah,
terrible.
just another guy they
thinks
can
it's
just throw
Moneyball.
out there. Yeah, I feel like the Mets got to change up their strategy. I mean, like welcome to the big leagues. Like y'all in our territory now. You know, go ahead and buy a player.
Go ahead. Spend
go
as
ahead
much
and
money
buy
as
a
you
pitcher.
want.
Go ahead,
Buy a
why?
team. Buy a World Series.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
See how easy it is.
See how easy it is. And when it falls flat in your face and you get embarrassed, you're gonna
You
look
need
terrible.
starting pitching, bro. Breaking news, David. You need starting pitching.
Yeah, you need reliable starters.
You can't have David Peterson and Kodai Senga go out there and be your two aces and then try to take Yankees retreads and Clay Holmes.
Remember they had
Not gonna work.
Montas.
No.
They had Montas too.
Yeah,
And
another Yankee
Montas had the
retread.
most disaster year
Montas.
ever for the
I
Yankees
mean-
last year, and they paid him like $18 million or something.
I mean, when he came back and had that one game against the Braves or whatever, and they thought he was going to be elite.
Yeah, he had like his
Yeah.
first game.
Yeah.
He was
Like
somehow elite. I
5
remember
innings, gave up
specifically
like a run
betting
or
on
two.
that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think I bet against
Bet
him.
against him.
Yeah,
so
no,
he
the
could-
Mets ended up losing that game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think they
They-
Braves
they-
ended
of
up
course
coming
they
back.
did, but
yeah,
yeah, that was a fucking disaster.
yeah. And then they realized that he always gets hurt and he sucks. Yeah, could have told you that one.
If we're gonna talk about MLB collapses, if we're still gonna just stick on the topic of baseball, I mean the Tigers collapse is maybe even worse than the Mets.
It could be.
I have a stat here: 9.5 games they were up on September 10th.
Nothing
my God,
happens
on September
good.
10th?
Nothing.
Today is September 25th.
That's crazy.
That was
insane.
15
2
days
weeks
ago.
They're
Yeah.
almost 10 games
They
up.
blew
an
a 9.5
epic
game lead
collapse.
since September 10th with
That whole team has been looking bad.
Nothing good
School has
happens when
not
you have
been
Glaber
looking
Torres
good
on your
either.
team. Nothing good happens
Yeah.
when you have Glaber Torres on
the
your team. I'll
Gleyber
tell you
Torres
that.
Yeah, the
experiment is
Gleyber
not
Torres.
looking well.
You know,
I don't know if they're gonna bring him back.
probably
Uh,
not. Probably not. Just when you think he's good, and he starts not being good.
So I'm
That's
looking
Gleyber
at the
Torres.
wild card right now. They're only a half game up on the Astros. So either them or the Astros is not going to make the playoffs.
Wow.
Wow, and the Astros just been losing to the A's these past few
The
nights.
Astros have been the Astros officially tonight. The Mariners clinched the division. So the
Wow.
Mariners officially clinched the AL West tonight. Congrats to them and their potential MVP. We could get into that if we want.
No, that guy's a fraud MVP.
But yeah,
Yeah, okay.
congrats to the Mariners. They first time since 01. First
Wow.
time since 01 the Mariners clinched the AL
the
West.
A-Rod Mariners?
Wow.
That's whenever I think they had whenever they had like the most wins in MLB history. I
times,
think they
yeah.
had like 116 wins or something.
Yeah.
That was that year. when they won the AL West, and then I think they might have lost to the New York Yankees in the playoffs. But
Mhm.
whatever on that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, it didn't work out. No
It
one.
didn't work out in
History. It's
01.
history.
But yeah, we can get into the MVP conversation if you want a little bit. People are saying Cal Raleigh's going to win the MVP because 60 home runs and whatever, how many gazillion RBIs he has. Those are the only two stats he leads judging, though.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just does not get on base as good as Judge. Judge is an outstanding defensive player with a crazy arm.
Average, OPS plus, every other statistical category. Aaron Judge leads Cal Raleigh in, but somehow Cal Raleigh's the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, when Aaron Judge is playing good, like the
And Aaron Judge was
Yankees.
out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Aaron Judge was out for 2 weeks, and I mean, when Aaron Judge is playing at his top game, and the Yankees just look like a different team. When they really do. Like even with Cal Raleigh, like not okay, he has a lot of home runs. I get it, but there's a lot of players on that team that are picking him up that are like making the reason that team is winning. It's not just Cal Raleigh. I mean, I'm not saying it's not just Aaron Judge, but I mean the difference is it's to me. I mean everything he's doing, he's fielding, he's a fielder, he's hitting the
If
ball.
the MVP was based off the first half of the season, I'd give it to Cal Raleigh.
I think I saw a stat that he hit like 167 in July and like 173 in August.
All-Star break. I mean, think
I mean,
about
like
it.
guy
Aaron
could just
Judge
hit
did
home
He
runs.
went
that.
to All-Star
He got
break with like
killed.
40 homers or something crazy.
Home run
like
merchant.
that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
he's having a
He
great
hasn't
home
been
run
that good
season.
since then. He hasn't been that good, and the Mariners are still playing good.
The Mariners, yeah, they had a great season, and he's been a big part of it, no doubt. But I don't
Yeah,
know
no
how
doubt.
Yeah,
it's like the LeBron fatigue. I feel like a lot of people were saying that
That's what it is.
LeBron's but was the best player in the NBA for a
Yeah.
10-year run, longer than that, 15-year run, but he only won like 3 MVPs or
Yeah.
like 4
Because
MVPs.
I had to give it to somebody
Because
else.
or Jokic too. I mean,
Is it just
Jokic could have won
Is it
last year.
definitely
Yeah.
going to Shohei in the?
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Minus
have you could have
50,000.
put this bet in at the beginning of the year, threw $1 million on it,
Yeah.
Judge and Shohei to
Yeah,
win the
but apparently you'd be
MVPs. I
sweating it
mean,
right now.
It would be a little bit of a
No,
sweat
I
within the American League.
Yeah.
I
Would
just
be a little
can't
bit of a
believe
sweat.
that's a sweat.
Like
bro,
they
because-
were also saying to compare it to the NFL was the Lamar versus Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Lamar had a better year statistically last year than Josh
Yeah.
Allen, but they gave it to Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
afraid that
Lamar's
may
won it.
happen to Judge.
Yeah, Lamar's won it twice now.
Yeah, so they're like, all right, how many more times are we going to give the MVP to Lamar? Let's just give it to Josh Allen. Which is not the way the MVP should be
No.
decided. At least I don't think.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like though that it's just such a different in caliber of the player from Aaron Judge to Cal Raleigh
I mean,
than like comparing Lamar Jackson to Josh Allen.
yeah, I mean, come on. Like, what are we really comparing?
Yeah, those
You
are
know,
two
like
super-
there's some games
Come
Josh
on.
Allen's going to outplay Lamar Jackson, and there's a lot of games Lamar Jackson's going to outplay Josh Allen.
Mhm.
I'm taking Aaron Judge 10 out of 10
Times.
times.
Yeah,
if I
2
had to
times
pick
on
between the
Sunday for
two of
sure.
them.
Yeah, like it's not even close.
Yeah, absolutely. What y'all got? Anything else you want to hit on MLB? What are you feeling?
No, I think we hit most. I'm ready. I'm getting ready for
Yep.
this Yankees playoff run.
Playoff October. It's gonna be
Mhm.
fucking lit.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. I'm hoping we get this division. We get some home field advantage. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
It'll be
I'm ready
fun.
for playoff baseball. We got to fast forward through these. I mean, the division race. Going back to the Yankees, we're obviously Yankees fans. So we don't want to be too Yankee homerish, but let's win this division. I mean, we're up 4-3 right now.
Mhm.
Of course, we came back, but Toronto's gonna win, so we can't finish tied.
Right. And
Mhm.
speaking of October, man, like shout out October. We got all the sports coming up. Fall weather coming, hoodie weather's coming, basketball,
Hoodie
hockey,
season. Shout out Melo.
playoff baseball, football. Yeah. Like,
October's
best
probably
time
the
of the
best
year if
month
you
of the
ask
year.
me, but everybody's got their own opinion. But I mean, what a great time. Halloween coming up.
The only thing I don't like about October is that like December's coming.
Ah, yeah.
That's the only part about
Yeah,
October.
it's
Yeah.
starting to get to that weather, but that's not
But you still got
I
that
wanna
fall
rush it.
weather for at least a couple months.
Yeah, but December's fun. It's got holiday season, Christmas and whatnot, Thanksgiving coming up. Yeah, it's cold as shit. Live in the Northeast. It's brick. You get it. You go outside, you freeze to death. But
It'd be nice to have a football team to watch.
yeah,
but
that would also be
Yeah.
nice.
That would be
also
nice,
if you had like a football team. Yeah, it's kind of a depressing time for us Giants fans, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. Let's see what
Maybe
Dart
one
does.
day,
This is
maybe
what Dart
one
does. Let's see what Dart does this week.
Dart's in, Russ is out. We got into that earlier, but yeah, I'm hyped.
Hype about it.
Do we want to get into? I mean, our gambling picks. Let me tell you guys. Those haven't been good.
No,
We're looking
no.
at this week.
I think
I'm
last
looking
week
at
I
this might
picked-
be our first official pod
Mm.
that's getting released and getting clipped up, but let's just say we're starting 0-0 though, because there
Yeah.
hasn't been any real pods
Yeah.
out, but we've done a couple pilots. Like the only pick that's hit has been Matthews. He picked the Titans. Or you pick, or
I
Matthew picked the
picked the
Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, I
Matthew picked the
picked- yeah, and I
Colts
picked the
against
Titans
Frank's
to cover
Titans pick,
spread.
and the Colts worked, so that was
Yeah.
like the only win. But I picked the 49ers, and they won, but they didn't cover spread.
What was the spread on that game again?
2.5. 2.5. They won by
They
1.
won by 1. Oh
So-
my
So
god.
that was a heartbreaker. I can start if y'all want with the gambling picks, as I got my pick this week. I'm kind of juggling between 2 picks. Maybe y'all can help me decide who we want here. I like this Ireland game. I mentioned it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings versus Steelers. I think I'm leaning Steelers here. I mean, I'm not. Is it going to be Carson Wentz? Do we know is there a chance JJ's playing? We can look up that.
I mean,
What's the reports on JJ
I don't
McCarthy?
even know if it really matters.
I don't know. That's why I don't really
Don't
care
know.
who it is.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if JJ's playing, I'd probably pick the Steelers even more.
Even more, yeah. I mean, it looks like JJ's not playing. It looks like he didn't play.
I think they said he's not going to be playing. Like even when he gets back healthy, he's probably going to be taking some games off.
It's just games off for him being garbage. That's just
It's
the
type thing.
garbage recovery.
Garbage recovery.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think I'm either so I'm juggling between that or like I said earlier, I do kind of like the Bucks. The Bucks against the Eagles, but I think I'm way more confident in the Steelers pick.
I do kind of like the Bucks too against the Eagles.
on the spread.
Yeah, spread.
Okay.
Bucks plus 3.5. But my official podcast pick is Steelers plus 2.5. Wake up early, 9:30. Steelers plus 2.5 in Dublin, Ireland.
I mean,
What you got, Frank?
it's a great pick. It's a great pick. I can also see that. You know, I'm not picking Minnesota anytime soon to win any games, but
Well, we have Minnesota's dead. Minnesota's dead to us.
That's right.
Minnesota's
right.
officially
Yeah,
dead.
they're officially dead to
Minnesota's
us.
dead.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. They're
I
in a
mean,
great
Minnesota
go.
might not win another game
Um,
for the rest of the year.
You know, I'm looking at the games here. I'm looking at the games, and
Yeah, take your time.
You
Take your
know,
time. No rush.
you
Just
know,
another.
I got one that it could be surprising based off my my last week's action, but I gotta go with Titans plus 7.5. I
Wow.
feel like that's
oh,
just
so now we're a
too
Titan
much,
believer, huh?
too much juice to lay on the Texans divisional matchup,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the Texans win that, but I could see it coming down to the last drive,
Them
to a field
AFC
goal,
South games, man.
something like that.
Arnold
you
on the
know?
run. Them AFC South games are yeah.
I think if it was 6.5, I would debate taking the Texans, but 7.5 too much. Full touchdown, I don't believe it.
Too much.
Give me Cam Ward.
That's a rivalry game.
You guys remember that one touchdown he threw, like that one?
Yeah, that one
That's-
week one touchdown was crazy.
one
Yeah,
was
that one crazy pass he had. Oh, it was special for sure.
Yeah, because Cam Ward might be looking like a fucking bust.
Yeah, that's not. You know, I'm looking like we might have got the good pick with Abdul Carter here.
Looks
you
like
know,
this is a Charbonnet
Travis
drive.
Hunter's a nobody in a down in Jacksonville.
Yeah, Travis Hunter's been MIA. I feel like once he had that one pass interference week 1, and then like it got called on him, and like that wasn't actually pass interference,
Yeah.
and then I haven't really heard from him since.
Nah, not really. He hasn't
Yeah,
been doing much.
this past year's draft class has not been
They
great.
can't figure out to put him on offense or defense still.
Yeah, you gotta pick one, bro.
Hard.
Pick one of them.
You know,
Pick one of them.
but if I'm going with a pick, I'm thinking, you know, this one's just going straight, you know, gut.
It's good gut.
You know,
We're talking all heart here.
I'm talking all heart, all gut. If there's one
All
thing
gas,
I
no
know,
brakes.
it's that Pat Mahomes is not going to lose to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Okay,
Really
So-
never has. I feel
No.
like, at least in the playoffs.
and he's at home in Arrowhead. So if there's one thing I'm picking, the Chiefs plus 2.5. I'll pick the money line.
Okay.
All right, dogs, hungry dogs run. All right, they're both 1 and 2. That they both need to win. I get
Oh,
it.
Is this a
I
must?
get
Is
it.
this a must-win game for both teams?
It's a must-win game for both, so it's gonna be a great game. Don't get me wrong, but Pat Mahomes, he plays different against. Sometimes he plays different against elite
I
quarterbacks.
feel like the
and
Ravens have just had the crazy
The gauntlet.
Chiefs
They,
too.
they have. They played the Bills, then they blew that game against the Bills.
They played the
They
Lions.
played the Lions. They blew the game against the Lions. So
Kind of like the Giants schedule, you know. The
Yeah.
only team that has a harder
Yeah.
schedule is the
Yeah.
Giants.
playing the Chiefs. So you know the Chiefs aren't. Don't get me wrong. Chiefs are. It could be crazy. Chiefs aren't looking great, and that's
Mhm.
partially why I'm picking because I feel like, I mean, they're at home, you know, but you know, the Ravens should I feel like are the better team, but and Chiefs at home against Lamar
So you
Jackson.
don't even want the points. You want this as your official podcast pick. You're not even going to take any of the points. You realize it's a loss if they lose by 2.
You know what? I'm gonna have to change up my pick. I'm
Whoa,
fading
whoa.
the fuck out of Frank. There is no way.
We got another
the
back to back.
The Ravens are winning that game. They're gonna win.
Listen,
It's just the Chiefs are the dynasty's over until they have
Dynasty's
both
not
their
over.
receivers
Pat Mahomes
back.
is a great quarterback.
Yeah, he's
all
a
right?
great quarterback.
He's got no weapons out there. He's having
Ravens
Xavier.
are hungrier.
Xavier Worthy is
Ravens
Xavier
are
Worthy's
hungrier.
back.
You know what the problem is?
Worthy's
let's go.
back.
All right, that's not
Problem with
something.
the
We at
Chiefs,
least got
Frank,
Worthy.
Their tummy is full. The Chiefs got a full tummy right now.
Travis Kelce's engaged.
Travis Kelce's engaged. That guy doesn't
He's
care
checked
about
out.
football
He's checked
anymore.
out. He's looking at houses in Rhode Island. He's looking at houses in Rhode Island to
More
purchase.
focused about his IG, his podcast.
Let's kill it, Trev.
Yeah, I remember when they said the same thing about Brady and Gronk. Gronk's washed. He can't. He's a robot.
No,
Tom Brady's washed. He can't
Brady
do
is
nothing
actually
anymore.
obsessed with the game. That guy's the GOAT. Okay, that dude abandoned his wife and kids for football.
Yeah.
Listen,
Brady doesn't give a
Pat
fuck.
Mahomes
He's
is
married
obsessed
to
with
the
the game.
game.
All right, he's married to the game too.
Oh, Pat
All
Mahomes
right.
too. I'm just saying, Travis Kelce's not. You know, he's
Whatever. Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, whatever. Doesn't matter who's out there at tight end. Chiefs are going to win this game.
Ravens are hungry.
But all right,
They're
I'll
winning
go
that
say
game.
pick. I will pick them plus 2.5 for the official pick.
Plus 2.5.
Plus
I'll
2.5.
I'll go
official
minus
pick.
2.5 Ravens.
Minus 2.5 Ravens.
Put
So
it on
we
the
got
board. Put it on the board.
my official pick, Steelers plus 2.5. Matthew's official pick, Ravens minus 2.5. Frank's official pick, Chiefs plus 2.5.
Okay. Everybody write it down. Everybody lock
Everybody's
it
got it in. Make sure you lock those in. Whoever's listening to this podcast, make sure you lock those in because we're 0-0 right now.
in.
We haven't hit the airwaves, so maybe in the pilot might not have been great, but you didn't hear that.
You didn't hear. You have no idea what
So you have
happened.
no idea what you're talking about.
no.
It's 0-0,
Mm-mm.
0-0. I'm gonna remind you again. It's Ballskiii the pod. We're gonna have TikTok clips coming up. IG clips are gonna go up as well. Ballskiii with 3 eyes, the pod on TikTok and IG. And let's get it.
Like,
That's the
follow,
first
subscribe.
official out. Like, follow, smash the subscribe button.
Thank you.
Peace.